But again, they're playing this game where, oh, well, you can just have as much range as you want. Just throw a bigger battery pack. Put a 500 kilowatt battery pack. Put a gas generator right on board with a 1,000-liter fuel tank, and you'll drive right till kingdom come. In this video, I'm going to be blind reacting to the full reveal of the new 2025 Ram 1500 REV, the new electric pickup truck from Stellantis. It was just unveiled at the New York International Auto Show. I haven't seen any of the specs, so you're going to follow along with me. I'll add in my commentary where I deem appropriate based on my over 15 years of selling Ram 1500 trucks. Let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares.
Good morning and welcome to all of you. I'm delighted to be here in New York to celebrate our American brands. Our American brands are our American roots, and we celebrate that every time we can, and specifically here in New York. We support those four American iconic brands with our technology. And at Stellantis, we leverage our scale and we leverage our technological platforms. At Stellantis, there is nothing such as old co and new co. At Stellantis, there is only one co. We move all together in the same direction at the same pace. And we transform our company into a mobility tech company. Our roadbook is there forward 2030. The milestones, the objectives, the vision destination is captured in this roadbook. And we execute. We always execute. And we always try to do what we say.
Okay, so I'm just going to pause it right there. Just to give you a little background on the CEO of Stellantis, his name is Carlos Tavares, and this man has been recorded a multitude of times doing nothing but complaining, outright complaining about the transition to EVs, the cost of it, and how difficult it is for Stellantis. So it's just very curious to hear him say, oh, we do everything that we say we're going to do, yet his actions are saying something quite different. Let's continue.
Not only we will bring 25 brand new BEVs to the US market in the midterm, but more importantly, for our kids and my grandkids, we will make our company carbon neutral corporation by 2038. At the core of our strategy here in the US is the Ram brand. The Ram brand is using the best of Stellantis technology. We will bring 4 brand new BEV-focused platforms, the Stella platforms.
When he says the Ram is the focus of their technology, what he's trying to say is the Ram is the primary profit center for the North American branch of Stellantis.
And 3 state-of-the-art software stacks. With those 25 new BEV models in the US market, we get ready to have 50% of our sales BEV-based by 2030. And our North American EV offensive...
50% of Stellantis sales being full electric. He says BEV, so I'm not sure if he's trying to tie in hybrids there or not. I hope not, because the true definition of a BEV is full battery electric. And he's saying that this is going to happen in the next 6.5 years, that there'll be only 50%. Needs to adjust those numbers because it's going to be a big world of hurt if they only are at 50%.
Starts this year. It starts now. It starts with the Ram ProMaster BEV in 2023, the Jeep Recon, the Wagoneer S, and Chrysler and Dodge following suit. And Ram is one of the most important pillars of our business. And we are excited today, very, very excited, to share with you, to unveil to you our Ram 1500 REV pickup truck, our BEV pickup truck that, of course, all of us are waiting for. It is quite impressive to see what our engineers have created and our designers have created. It's quite impressive to know that with the numbers that will be unveiled to you, we are going to be able to compete, if not to win the battle. It's all about performance.
That's very interesting. If you watch his body language, rewind it if you want to, but watch his body language. He's really trying to overcome what looks like a little bit of hesitancy when he talks about competing and being number one in the electric space. His body language is very telling. His real story is quite a bit different than the words that are coming out of his mouth. Remember what I always say, watch what they do, don't listen to what they say.
It's all about functionalities. It's all about being competitive. And as you know, the Stellantis team is a team of racers. We are racing. We love it. We love racing. That's why I'm so happy today that we can hand over the floor to our Ram brand CEO, Mike Koval, and he will unveil to you the performances and the mind-blowing performances of our Ram 1500 REV pure BEV pickup truck. Thank you.
Not all revolutions are caused by sudden, radical change. Some take decades to form, to come together, to learn from the past, learn from the present, and then rise up to challenge everything that has come before it. The all-electric Ram 1500 REV. The right truck at the right time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike Koval.
Well, thank you, first of all, very much, Carlos, and good morning. Thank you so much for being here. And what you will see today is a monumental vision delivered in a Ram way, built to serve our customers both today and into the future, and to move them and the entire light-duty truck segment forward. And we know when you look at offering electrified solutions across an entire lineup, as we will, you need to adopt disruptive, advanced technology without disrupting the lives and the livelihoods of those who count on us. Now, earlier this year at CES, we shared our Ram 1500 Revolution concept BEV with the world. We shared the styling, the technology, and capabilities that push beyond anything that anyone in the category could have ever imagined. And we didn't just create an electric Ram when we could. We are delivering an electric pickup truck when we should. Because for electrification, being first actually might not be the best. And as our popular big game commercial showed, being premature isn't necessarily best for our customers because it doesn't deliver what our customers want and need. No, for Ram, the race that really counts is the one.
That sounds like an incredible cover-up. And again, from a company whose CEO is known for complaining and excuses. I'm just saying, that's my reaction to that is great. Oh, I was late and my dog ate my homework. But it's a great dog. Oh, okay, great. All right, let's continue.
That our customers win. A race against the clock where winning means you finish with energy and time to spare. That's what matters the most. And that's the difference between building an electric Ram versus just another electric truck. And what matters most to Ram's planners, designers, and engineers are the items that push past the competition in categories like range, towing, payload, and charge time. And to that end, we have developed our own customer performance index that focuses on these key benchmark areas. Now for us, our customers' bottom line is always top of mind because at Ram we create performance targets that help our customers reach theirs. So let's look at something built to do just that. Ram's first electric truck. Actually, let me say it just a little bit differently. Not an electric truck, an electric Ram.
So just before they bring this thing on the stage, just keep in mind that he pointed out that Ram came up with this beautiful concept that had all of these innovations, cool sliding seats and pass-throughs and all kinds of cool compartments. And all of these innovations, I think it was 7, 8, maybe 9 of them, none of them have made it into the new production version of the electric Ram. Just something to note.
This is the Ram 1500 REV. The first, thank you. This is the first fully electric Ram truck ever produced. Now you may have caught a glimpse of it during the big game in February, where we talked about how the REV lineup will deliver a range of solutions that will satisfy the needs of customers who are considering an EV today. Now the Ram 1500 REV is built on what our customers know and love. The styling, the performance, the top-of-the-line interior, and tech. Just now, electrified. And our customers are looking forward to the kind of forward thinking that helps them get their jobs done. And they know that this Ram 1500 REV delivers efficiencies that go beyond mileage in a tech-smart package that is wrapped in the genius of Ram. Now, the face of Ram's all-new electric light-duty is instantly recognizable, but also instantly forward. The signature lit tuning fork premium LED headlamps, a lit RAM badge, reimagined in a modern, contemporary script, and a one-touch power opening and power closing front with a best-in-class 15 cubic feet of space. Now, Ram's first fully electrified light-duty truck also projects a very muscular stance and features larger fender openings to house its 22-inch all-terrain tires. Now, the charge port is on the driver's side and is illuminated by blinking LED lighting when charging. And REV actually chimes to let you know that power is being transferred into the battery packs. Opt for the all-new top-of-the-line tungsten model, and Ram REV 1500 features an all-new power-up and power-down tailgate. A tailgate as forward as they get. Now, of course, all of this out-of-the-box thinking is, of course, complemented by some of our smartest in-the-box thinking. REV is available with the class-exclusive Ram box, the best lockable bed storage in the segment, complete with a 115-volt outlet. Now, Ram box is illuminated, built into the bedside to be versatile, waterproof, lockable, and includes drain plugs on the bottom of the storage bins. Now, in addition to Ram box, a pickup bed divider and cargo rail system with 4 sliding, adjustable cleats are also offered. And if we put that much thinking into carrying cargo, imagine what this team did for REV's driver and passengers. The most technologically advanced Ram 1500 ever offers a host of leading-edge features incorporated into the segment's leading interior. A new 14.5-inch touchscreen, a digital instrument cluster that measures over 12 inches, and a segment-first 10.25-inch passenger screen. Digital rearview mirror, a head-up display, and a premium Klipsch audio system with 23 speakers tuned in collaboration with the audio engineers at Klipsch. Now, the industry benchmark Uconnect 5 system offers even more connected services and features for unmatched ease of use. Now, as you can see, the Ram 1500 REV offers a vast array of leading-edge advanced tech that enhances customer satisfaction, delivering on our dedicated focus to provide unique experiences that will maximize the value of the relationship between our customers and their Ram trucks. Now, as I mentioned, we're also taking our trim levels to a whole new level. And when a customer chooses tungsten, they receive our indigo and sea salt interior that delivers premium options, tech, and features. And as the first Ram truck to utilize the Atlantis electrical architecture developed by Stellantis, 1500 REV's new in-vehicle electronic communication system enables an enhanced vehicle experience with faster processing speeds and more memory. This central nervous system, which is proprietary to Stellantis, powers Ram's autonomous vehicle capabilities, including hands-free active driving assist and the ParkSense automated parking system. Now, the new segment-exclusive 10.25-inch passenger screen, which is only visible to the front passenger, has three major functions: co-pilot, entertainment, and the ability to view the exterior vehicle cameras. Now, the front passenger screen features an HDMI plug, which lets occupants connect their phone or tablet, turning the touchscreen into a mirrored extension of their device and allowing internet searches, music, and app use through the Uconnect 5 system. Now, a full-color head-up display, which is configurable up to 10 inches and features up to 5 different content areas at once and can be personalized with driver profiles. Now, the Ram 1500 REV owners can also program charging times or activate one-pedal driving within the massive digital gauge cluster. And there are also more than 24 menus to complement the other EV gauges that show current power, regen, range, and battery temp. Now, speaking of tech that makes life easier, REV features a new smartphone as a key feature. Accessed via the Ram app, this new feature allows owners to use their smartphone. And new for the REV, smartphone as a key, in coordination with the Ram app.
I'll just pause it there for a second. I just find it absolutely comical that these legacy auto manufacturers are announcing features that Tesla has had for years. I mean, the Model 3 came out in 2017 that had your phone as the key. So that's, this vehicle is due out in 2025. So if you do some quick math, that's 8 years. And they're super excited about finally catching up on that feature after 8 years.
Enables customers to use their smartphone to access and start the vehicle without their phone leaving their pocket. And Ram owners can also create digital keys that can be shared with other smartphones with full control over their access. Now, the card key is a backup that can be used in case the phone battery is dead or if the driver doesn't have their phone with them. Now, for sure, a traditional key fob is standard and complete with this front button. But the smartphone and the card key options give customers more flexibility in terms of how they access their truck. Because when it comes to an electric truck, flexibility is as important as capability. Just as power and performance, including range, are as critical as efficiency. And at the heart of Ram 1500 REV's segment-leading abilities are dual 250 kilowatt EDMs that combine the motor, gearbox, and inverter along with all-wheel drive capability. REV features one EDM on the front axle with an automatic wheel end disconnect that allows the front wheels to spin freely in certain conditions, maximizing efficiency while making room for the massive frunk. Another 250 kilowatt EDM is positioned on the rear axle, and an optional electronic locking rear differential further enhances the grip on demand. All right, power like this is only relevant to us if we give our drivers a chance to actually use it. If the fully charged range falls short of their daily needs, guess what? We fall short too. And we won't. Range is not something our drivers need to be anxious about. REV's standard 168 kilowatt hour battery pack has a targeted range of up to 350 miles, and the optional 229 kilowatt hour large battery pack has a targeted range of up to
Whoa. Okay, so hold the phone. Did he just say 229 kilowatts? Holy crap! That's insane! 229 kilowatts. That's bigger than a Hummer EV battery, which is like a gigantic, enormous, ridiculous beast of a truck. Wait a second. Ram is saying that they're coming out with this battery pack that's supposed to be for a regular truck that's I can't even say it. 229 kilowatts. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine the weight of this truck, how much it's going to weigh. Oh my gosh. And the cost. The expense, and the time it's going to take to recharge a pack that big. It sounds like, from what they're saying here, it sounds like those 250 kilowatt motors are not super efficient. Let's keep watching here, but I'm just in shock right now. That's insane.
500 miles. 500 miles.
Okay, you know, you can make any vehicle 500 miles, 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles of range. Just keep throwing battery packs at it. But you need efficiency to keep the truck light, to be able to use less energy per mile. And it sounds like Ram just doesn't have the technology here. But let's hear them out. 500 miles, that's a great number. That's about 800 kilometers. But at 230 kilowatt pack, holy smokes.
That's a lot of construction sites, trips around town, runs to the boat launch, and beyond. Now, both packs can add up to 110 miles of range in approximately 10 minutes. So instead of a splash and dash, it's a volt and bolt with 800 volt DC fast charging at up to 350 kilowatts. An onboard power panel in the bed can provide up to 7.2 kilowatts, while the available onboard power panel in the front provides up to 3.6 kilowatts. The Ram 1500 REV is also capable of bidirectional charging, allowing you to power tools at a job site without a generator, or to power your home after a storm, or provide power to a BEV in need.
That's actually a great feature. I love that feature. The Ford Lightning has it. Ram really didn't have a choice not to offer it, especially when going up against the F-150 Lightning. It's good to see that they've added that in. Kudos. That's great.
The power to help. The power to make a difference. The power to perform and to outperform. Take a look at these stats. Fully charged, REV charges from 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. The EDMs deliver the equivalent of 654 horsepower and 620 pound-feet of torque. Water fording? How about up to 24 inches of capability? And towing? REV arrives with towing capacity of up to 14,000 pounds.
Okay, that's really good. 14,000 pounds is a great number. I can only imagine the suspension they have under this thing is basically a 3/4 ton, a 2500 series truck. To carry that massive battery pack, and I'm guessing, I'm just going to go out on a limb here, that 14,000 pound tow capacity might not be with that big pack because of all the extra weight. That might be with just the standard pack. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm putting it out there on the internet right now that the Ram 1500 will not tow 14,000 pounds with the 230 kilowatt battery pack. I could be wrong, but the suspension on this thing's got to be insane. I mean, this truck, the weight of this truck is astronomical. You're well into 3/4 ton, almost 1 ton territory as far as trucks go, 3500 series. Let's go.
Payload? How about a max payload capacity of 2,700 pounds? And an all-new, high-strength steel frame is comprised of advanced materials to be lightweight, yet stiff and durable. The Stella frame is wider in the midship to a...
Okay, there is nothing about this truck that will be lightweight. Absolutely nothing.
Efficiently incorporate the battery pack while still utilizing the protection afforded to it by the rail system. REV's full-length aero belly pan further enhances the segment's most slippery truck with an estimated 0.34 coefficient of drag. Our class-leading ride and handling are delivered via multi-link independent rear suspension with standard, segment-exclusive, active level 4-corner air suspension with adaptive damping. Now our air suspension...
They're going to need that suspension. Mind you, the Ram 2500, I actually had a 2014 3/4 ton Cummins diesel that had air suspension on the rear axle. So that's nothing new to Ram to have air suspension that carries a huge amount of weight.
Enables 5 different modes: entry-exit, aero, normal, off-road 1, and off-road 2. Now on the business end of the system, all new 22 by 9 inch aluminum wheels are wrapped in massive Pirelli Scorpion all-season tires, which provide an unmatched combination of wear resistance and reduced road noise. And our team knows this because the REV continues to accrue millions of miles through a rigorous testing process in all weather conditions to ensure it has the strength, durability, and reliability that customers expect and demand from any truck that wears the Ram badge.
Okay, so I'm going to pause him right there. He's speaking about a truck that will not be out until 2025. Probably in most dealership showrooms not till 2026. So by that time, the Ford Lightning will have been on the road for already 4 years. So if you want to talk about a company that would be building a more reliable truck, are you buying the one from the company where it's their first time ever building an electric truck? Or would you be considering buying one from somebody like Ford, who's been building it for almost half a decade? I'm just putting it out there just to play devil's advocate here, but he's talking about reliability when Ram has zero experience building electric trucks.
Because this is what you do when you need to deliver. And we've said that electrification shouldn't be a limitation. So the Ram 1500 REV lineup will give our customers options depending on how they use their truck. If you want 350 miles of range, you can get it. If you need an unsurpassed 500 miles of range, you can get it. If you want max horsepower and max torque, you can get it. But what if you are considering an electric truck but need even more? Not long after the arrival of our 1500 REV, we will offer even more class-shattering range with a new Ram 1500 REV XR model. Now, we will have more news on the REV XR later this year, but until then, rest assured it will reinforce to everyone that we're going all in and all out on Ram's EV capabilities.
Okay, so the XR is going to be a gasoline range extender. They're basically going to plug in a small gas engine into this vehicle that runs a generator that's going to supplement charge into the battery packs to extend range. BMW did this with the i3, and there's a variety of other vehicles on the road. That, to me, is absolutely frightening. You're right back into maintaining now 2 powertrains. You're maintaining a gasoline powertrain. They've got you back at the dealership for the religious oil change and all the services and all of the support systems to make those 2 powertrains work together. The cost of maintenance long-term on that is going to be phenomenal. Personally, I would avoid that like the plague. But again, they're playing this game where, oh, well, you can just have as much range as you want. Just throw a bigger battery pack. Put a 500 kilowatt battery pack. Put a gas generator right on board with a 1,000-liter fuel tank, and you'll drive right till kingdom come. But the reality is that there's no efficiency in that. It's ridiculous. So again, I'm gonna let them play it out. But I'm calling it right now that XR, I mean, I get cringed right at the first sounds of it. I can tell you, we sold some used BMW i3s through our used EV department back when I was at the dealership. And I can tell you, man, that is, it gets real expensive real quick when you want to repair it. Maintenance is to the moon. I would much rather stick with the full electric version. But again, give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's see what happens. But I'm calling it right now. The straight electric truck is going to be far more dependable, far more easier on the pocketbook, cost of maintenance and things like that. And again, anybody can just throw a gas generator in the bed and 500-liter fuel tank, 100-liter fuel tank, whatever you want to throw in it, and just create range numbers out of thin air. But good luck to them.
I have one more piece of good news for our Ram Rev fans out there. We have secured additional capacity for this additional Ram 1500 run. When the reservation window opened, the world was amazed when the first run was quickly tagged.
Okay, he says the world was amazed, but Stellantis was amazed, if anything. And I said when those reservations closed very early, I said one of 2 things has happened. The first is Stellantis wildly underestimated the demand. And the second possibility is that they purposefully only built a few to make them sell out to create hype. So one of those 2 situations happened. I personally giving Stellantis the benefit of the doubt that they didn't have enough allocations, they didn't plan properly, and they didn't have enough reservations available in that initial run to meet the demand that was there for an electric truck. But part of me kind of thinks maybe, and I'm just talking like 5%, maybe, they just had a few and they wanted to create hype saying, ooh, we sell out right away. It's so hot. It's so exciting. So it could be a little fabricated sizzle, but we'll see how it goes.
So those who didn't get in line in the first 72 hours can visit ramrev.com today for a second chance at an incredible truck that's full of firsts. Now at Ram, our goal has always been to help our customers reach their goals. And the all-electric Ram 1500 REV revolves around that. And the numbers prove that this truck arrives ready to meet our customers' challenging demands. Range options of up to 350 and an unsurpassed 500 miles, up to 14,000 pounds of towing, payload up to 2,700 pounds, charge time of up to 110 miles in 10 minutes, best-in-class 15 cubic feet of front volume, 654 horsepower and 620 pound-feet of torque, and 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Now, these numbers are making industry headlines today, and they'll make Ram drivers' lives easier tomorrow. Now, in the coming months, we'll continue to make news about not just trucks, but vans, like the upcoming paradigm-shifting Ram ProMaster BEV.
Just as he's coming off that big list of features, great, kudos to them. But I don't know if you noticed, they never mentioned safety once. Not even once. Not even as a passing, we've made sure that the Ram is super safe or whatever for precious cargo. Nothing. And so many Ram buyers I've sold to them have families. They use them as instead of a minivan. They want the utility of the bed, and they bring the kids and the dog and everything else with them. And safety is of paramount importance. But yet they're announcing this revolutionary new Ram and don't mention safety even once.
Because everything that we learn, everything we design and develop will benefit every vehicle in the Ram lineup. And more importantly, every customer who counts on the Ram brand to demonstrate what it means to be built to serve. This is the electric truck for those who demand a truck as revolutionary as a Ram. Thank you all very much. Have a great show.
All right, so there it is, the Ram REV electric truck. Okay, so key takeaways. It's going to have a big frunk, okay, Lightning paved the way on that, Ford Lightning. It's going to have power takeoffs for the job site and generators to be able to charge another EV and 220 power and all that good stuff. Great. We've heard that all from Lightning. It's going to be aerodynamic, okay, slightly better drag coefficient than F-150, okay, great. I mean, think about it though, but just again, I'm not even talking about Cybertruck at this point because Cybertruck is not out yet. What do you have out right now? We have Lightning and we have the Rivian R1T. Well, they talked about the top model is going to have that power tailgate, power up, power down. Great. The Rivian already has that, and the Rivian has it from a mobile app that you can put up and put down from your phone from anywhere in the world. So I hope Ram comes up with that because guys, keep in mind, this truck we're talking about right now is not even going to be on the dealer lots for another 2 years. They say it's 1 year, but there's going to be a select few people that are going to get it eventually, probably closer to 18 months. My guess is probably going to be closer to 20, 22 months before we're going to see this thing in any amount of volume on any lots anywhere. So just take it all with a grain of salt. When they're announcing these features, they better have them 2 years from now. Because what's the Lightning going to have 2 years from now? What's Cybertruck going to have 2 years from now? What's the Rivian R1T going to offer 2 years from now? What's Rivian as a company? Maybe they're going to come out with a full-size truck. We don't know. But the reality is a lot can happen in 2 years. And right now, it's a lot of promises from a company that's led by the chief complainer of the auto industry, Carlos Tavares. So again, I'm just going to go back to my old saying, and that is, don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. We'll see what happens with the new Ram REV. Thanks for following along. We'll catch you in the next video.